Welcome, welcome, welcome to Ready, Set, Collaborate with Wanda Pearson. I am on episode 9, and I am so excited to have my girlfriend, Angie Sims, who is with me. And it's just a pleasure because Angie was one of the ones. Actually, I was in Chicago, Angie, I remember. And you called me. You said, "You want to be part of the League of Girlfriends?" I said, well, what is that? So, and that was 5 years ago. So, I'm so excited to have you on the Ready Set Collaborate podcast, episode 9. You see, I'm getting up there, episode 9. Everybody,
Wow, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's something that between you and Ed you always told me you need to create your own brand, and I created that
Yep.
with associates. So the help of my girlfriends to help me, to coach me to do the things that I'm doing now. I just can't tell you how blessed I am to have you as my girlfriend, have you in my life as also writing a book. I wrote 3 books. I didn't realize it was every year. I'm writing a book, 2 collaborations, and now my own book. So thank you for always being there with me, coaching me and telling me what's the best way to do it. And the thing I like about you, Angie, is that the honesty. Tell me if you
Hmm.
tell me what's as far as being honest. So, but listen, let me tell you a little bit about my girlfriend Angie and her actually topic we're going to talk about is called Sisterhood Synergy League of Girlfriends. But Angie is an expert rainmaker. Yes, she is, and key influencer whose ability to elevate women makes her a game changer. Angie uses her superior expertise to help professional women reach their greatest potential by discovering and implementing focus driven success tools. A 5-time, wow, self published author, Angie is most proud of the 17 women that she coached to become first time published authors. In 2016, she answered the assignment to create an organization that connects businesswomen at their souls. The League of Girlfriends now has nearly 600 members. Wow. Nationally, because every woman needs a girlfriend. Yes, they do. Her assignment: Angie creates sustainable connections, leadership, and professional development skills in top tier events for professional women of all backgrounds to accelerate you from confusion, to clarity, and from your purpose to your profits. Welcome, welcome, Angie. And we're not going to be on here long, only about 20 minutes. But I want you to tell me about you, Angie. Tell me about what you're about, how you created that League of Girlfriends and all the other ones that you have.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Wanda, for having me on your platform. I love you dearly, and I'm so proud of all that you have accomplished. And I do remember when we first met, one of them was at El Marie's restaurant, and you had
Yeah.
just left IBM not long before that, and you were trying to figure out, should you stay in BNI? Should you network? What should you do? And I was like, Wanda, whatever you do, you have to create your own brand because
Mhm.
I believe when you're playing musical chairs and the music stops, you got to have your own seat to sit in, right?
Yeah.
Something that people recognize just as yours. And when I founded League of Girlfriends over 7 years ago, I
Mhm.
wasn't thinking of a branding. I wasn't thinking, matter of fact, I wasn't even thinking about girlfriends, quite honestly, because had it been up to me, I never would have done that. The League of Girlfriends was assigned to me. I was basically waking up in the middle of the night and woke up one Saturday morning and was urged
Mhm.
by God to go and build a website. I went to my computer and built a website. Wasn't real sure what it was going to be. I put bells and whistles and everything on it. Literally pushed away from my desk a few hours later and looked up at the computer and was like, League of Girlfriends. I was like, whatever, God. And I just pressed publish. See,
Yeah.
most people would not press publish. Most
Yeah.
people go ask their cousin's baby mama's sister friend before they press publish. They go pray on it. Nothing wrong praying on it, but I
Mhm.
didn't need to do that because I had a direct line message that I was told to do this. And I get in a lot of trouble by myself. I sure didn't want to have a direct line message and not obey, which is why I press publish. And now, excuse me, 7 years later, we have over 600 girlfriends across the country in the League of Girlfriends, women that are just hell bent on supporting each other in life as well as in business. And the business stuff helps a lot. Like you said, I have actually helped 18 women
Mhm.
become first time authors, and I've written 5 books myself. And through all of the camps and the coaching and all the stuff I do, that all is wonderful and it has its perfect place. The
Mhm.
most important thing I know that we do here in League of Girlfriends is serve one another. So,
Mhm.
Wanda, right now, my health is not at its top tier,
Mhm.
But while I'm going through these health challenges, most people are like, well, I had girlfriends and I've outgrown them, or they've got divorces, or their children aren't the same age as my children, or, all different reasons why the girlfriends they have, you may not necessarily still have. I'm
Mhm.
going to tell you that in my time of need, I have had more of my girlfriends at my doorstep, excuse me, bringing me food, sitting with me, calling me, praying for me. And I'm
Yeah,
telling you that it goes so far beyond business. That
yeah.
is the real purpose and the reason why God had me start this organization. I've been placing deposits in people with no expectation to get anything back.
Mhm.
People think when I'm doing stuff for them, I'm helping them, I'm doing it for you. I'm really doing it to impress God, quite honestly. I love y'all, but I'm really doing it to impress God. And He has turned that thing around and said, well, I'm going to show you that these deposits, every single deposit you made was worth it. And these girlfriends have been showing up for me in a life way. It's
Mhm.
not business. That's why one of our slogans is it's not business, it's personal. But you
Personal.
got to get personal to get to the business. But if you
Absolutely.
haven't developed those personal, sustainable relationships, what are you really doing? It's not just about networking, it's about building lifelong friendships that will
Mhm.
carry you through the rest of your days.
Absolutely. And I love that. You said it all in a nutshell because you know what? When God tells you to do something, you better do it because it's for a
Mhm.
purpose, you know. So I
Mhm.
appreciate you sharing that. But I want to ask you a question, some questions here. How important do you think networking is for collaboration and why?
Oh, networking is absolutely important. But see, networking, people take that word networking, they think I'm going to go somewhere with my business cards. I'm
Mhm.
going to hand out my cards. People are going to love me and they're going to call me and give me business. That's not networking.
Mhm.
People have to change and have a mind shift. Networking is building relationships, going to talk to somebody and asking them first, how can I serve you? It's
Mhm.
about giving instead of just looking for what you can take. It's about building relationships even when you don't think there's any business that you're going to get out of it. But networking is paramount. That's how I built my business. I
Yeah.
went around and just met people and gave stuff away, gave my time away, gave my advice away, gave my experiences away, shared with people things that would help them. And that's why I have so many girlfriends that are so loyal to League of Girlfriends and to me because
Mhm.
I've given so much. That's
Yeah.
what networking is.
Yes, you are. And that was a great answer. And going on from that, how can networking help individuals or organizations access new opportunities for collaboration?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the most important thing. As you're talking to people when you're out there networking and you're building relationships and you're giving stuff away, look for those opportunities of where you can support somebody in the area where they least would expect it. So you may meet somebody that has a roofing company and you may have a legal shield business, for example. And you don't have to go in immediately and say, hey, you need to use my legal shield. You
Mhm.
find out things about them, find out things about their family. Maybe their daughter is having a fundraiser and you contribute to the fundraiser, then you may not even hear from them. But you figure out what the opportunities are and what the needs are in their business as well as in their life, and you
Mhm.
provide that support. And then you build a relationship with them. And then before you know it, you will be their go to person for whatever that is that you are. Because the more you do for people, they eventually will say, what is it that you do? And they're
Yes.
going to look for opportunities to help you, but it has to start off by you giving.
Yes, yes. I love that answer because that is so true. It's about the relationship that you build and about the
Hmm.
trust that you have with that person and
Yeah.
knowing, because we get referrals. I remember Angie used to refer a lot, people to me, and then you became
Hmm.
part of my team. So I am
Yep.
so proud that you are part of our team and that the knowledge that you have to share with people. But it actually is funny because it's all coming into nutrition because all of my guests that I've had on so far said the same
Hmm.
thing as far as the
Hmm.
trust in the relationship. So I
Hmm.
appreciate that. So tell me
Yeah,
something.
Wanda, listen, the thing of it, it was so easy to refer to you because you were
Mhm.
so passionate about what you were doing. And I
Thank you.
was giving referrals. And when you have an organization as large as mine with so many women, and they're
Mhm.
pretty much all business owners, but you can't join everybody's business. I have
Right.
joined maybe two or three of my members' businesses, and you are one of the two or three because I know how passionate you are, and it just made natural sense. And then after I kept sending you all these referrals, I was like, okay, this don't make no sense. Let me make some money off of this. Let me go ahead on and join the business, and then I can help you more by bringing more people into the business business, as
And
well as, still giving off some, and I still give referrals.
yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. But it's not just about the referral, but the love that we have for each other.
Yeah, yeah,
That and that's what I said about network. It's just not about networking. It's the relationships that you build with the person and the
hmm
friendship. Because when I
absolutely.
Experience Connections, and I had Christine on earlier. Experience Connection helped me to connect with you, to connect with
hmm
Rerod, connect with Mom Biz, all of those other different networking groups. But it was just something that now they call me the networking queen. I mean, I didn't know if that was
hmm
good or bad, but it really did make a difference. So let me ask you another question. Can you provide some tips for effective communication and relationship building within professional networking?
Yeah, so effective communication is being open and being transparent. The
Mhm.
best person you can bring to the table is you and all of you. Now, not all of you. Some of you need to keep at home.
Yeah.
But the best thing you can do is be as genuine as possible and
Mhm.
being open and sharing with people when you start that communication path and trying to determine what it is that you can give. Everybody, I believe, is called to be a servant leader. It can be in a small way or it could be in a big way. But when you're connecting with people and you're trying to communicate, especially when it comes to building your business, the most thing you want to do is be as genuine and as honest as you can be, because all people have to rely on is how if they can trust you or not. And if they trust you, they'll share their clients with you. But if
Yeah,
they don't trust you, what'll happen is that they'll share their clients with you, and not only will you lose the client, they will also lose their client because they shared an untrustworthy person. So in communication, it's really, really important just to be as upfront and as transparent as possible.
absolutely, absolutely. And that's great. That is definitely one way because yeah, trusting people. And when you do refer somebody, you want to make sure that you trust them because now you're
hmm
referring them to somebody else because that's your reputation on the line, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So let me ask you another question here. So how has technology such as social media and online platforms influenced networking and collaboration?
Oh my goodness, it's helped me tremendously. So
Hmm.
there are I have so many Facebook best friends. Some people that I've only met a few times, some people I have never met. I have certain people that I'm on social media with and I've watched their path, watch how they're in their business. And we've collaborated on things virtually, but these are people I've literally never met before. We've built this trust online just
Hmm.
by appreciating each other's posts and watching things each other have done. I've sent some of my members to other people's events and things like that. But that online tool, the ability to reach out to people that you may or may not ever meet and build a sustainable connection has
Hmm.
really been invaluable for me. I mean, it's so funny. There's this one girl that I knew on social media. I had never met her in person, but I knew her on social media and we would just talk back and forth. We admired each other in business and we finally met up accidentally at an event and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's you." She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's you." And
Hmm.
we are like the best of buddies. But it's
Yeah.
not something we get together all the time for tea or anything like that, but just that mutual respect for each other's businesses and sharing members and sharing events and stuff like that. It's been incredible. Social media is
Yeah.
awesome for that.
Yeah, and you need it. You need that social media. But I'm gonna wrap it up. But I wanted to ask you, when COVID happened, Angie, I tell you, what did you do? You didn't leave your girlfriends out there. You created a platform.
No, so it's so funny you say that because again, that nothing I wanted to do, nothing I thought out on my own. That
Mhm.
Friday, my little son, his name is Smooch. A lot of people know him as Smooch. So
Yeah.
the schools left a message on all of our recordings. Your kids can't come back to school on Monday because it's COVID. We're going to
Mhm.
figure out how they're going to learn, but don't send them to school on Monday. So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, cool. Christian doesn't have to go to school. Smooch doesn't have to go to school. But
Mhm.
that Saturday, I woke up that morning, again, just like with the website, I woke up and I thought, oh my God, what are my girlfriends going to do? Because
Mhm.
my girlfriends, lots of them go out to these meetings, whether it's XC meeting
Yeah.
once a month, and they meet each other in person A lot of times they're meeting each other in person. They're not doing new business, but it's nice to get together with other girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
So, but I said, what are they going to do? So that Saturday, I sent a message out to all of my girlfriends saying, "Hey, I'm creating a new system to help you guys. So jump on Sunday, the next day. I didn't even know what the system was. I was just popping stuff. Hey, y'all, I have a new system. Come online." So lots of people signed on Sunday to
Yeah.
see what this new thing was. Well, what I ended up doing, I created a platform called Super Girlfriends, and on Zoom,
Mhm.
I held basically a talk show
Yeah.
every single day, twice a day at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. because that's usually when my girlfriends would be networking in person anyway. And we went online virtually and we actually recorded 100 episodes of it. The
Yeah.
funny thing is that so many of my girlfriends had never, ever done a live video before and did not want to. And I think, Wanda, you might have been one of them. They were like, people were like, well, I don't know if I'm ready. I'm like, oh, no, 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 you're ready. I'll see you on Thursday. I ain't got time for that. But
That's
I'm gonna
good.
tell you, because they trusted me, they
Hmm.
did it. And so many people's businesses continued and expanded. And
Yeah.
it was really a mental health thing for me because it's so easy to go into a shell and get depressed in a time like COVID when you can't touch people and be physically around them. But
Mhm.
it was an incredible opportunity for women to stay connected with one another. Every episode had more than 100 views, every single episode.
Yeah, it was
And we would
great.
run an episode, we put it on Facebook, everything. I don't know how we figured it out, but I figured it out in a day. And we
Yeah.
had this platform that consistently ran every single day
Hmm.
at 10 a.m. And I think it was 10, either 11 and 6 or 10 and
Yeah,
6.
you had an
But we did it.
afternoon. Yeah,
Yeah,
morning
we
and
did it
afternoon. Yeah. But I
twice
want
a day.
it's actually on podcast, Angie. So you can
Mm-hmm.
get it on podcast. Super, I think it's Super Girlfriends it's called.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Super Girlfriends. But what was funny was that I had my podcast on it right after mine ended. There was yours. I said, "Oh my God, that guy worked
That's
that out."
funny.
So, but that is too funny. But yeah, but we're winding down now. But I wanted you to tell me about you, about your business. What is your legacy? What would you like to leave with our viewers, people who are
Yeah, so in addition to helping women find their true freedom through becoming a first-time author and sharing their life stories that lead them into what they're doing for their businesses, I love coaching women. I mean, it's been an incredible, awesome opportunity for me to lead so many women into their future. Because once you've worked for corporate America, or even if you've been in a same job, or even had a business, until you've had my transformation stamp, you don't realize how much more you can do and that God has already given you all the tools you need. I just help people use those tools, line them up together, and execute. Because it's not even about, do I have the gifts? Do I know how to do this? It's about, how do I put one foot in front of the other? And I really am really blessed with being able to line things up for people in a very simple, sensible way that allows them to truly execute and get stuff done in a quick way. I'm not this girl you're going to sit down with and we're going to be coaching for, 2 months before you figure it out. Now, really, after our first session, you're going to have the path. The rest of it is just me showing you how to execute.
and
Because
you did
I don't
that.
I don't waste a lot of time.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You tell just like with getting me on Facebook Live. I was like, I don't do no Facebook
Mm-hmm.
Live. Everything I said I don't do. God said, yes, you can. And they said, oh, yes, you can. So I've
Mm-hmm.
done that, and I really
Not
appreciate.
only yes you can, but yes you will. I'll see you on
Yes, you
Thursday.
will. Absolutely. I appreciate that. And that is so true. So, the best thing about having this platform is to be able to help each other. And thank God for Zoom, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
what if we didn't have Zoom when COVID happened, So
Mm-hmm.
great. That's when we pivoted. We pivoted to other things that we can do and still help the girlfriends.
Yeah.
But I talked about to Christine. Remember, she had another platform, and she said, "God, I forgot about that. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring it back again." So,
Mm-hmm.
just helping girlfriends, and also I'm gonna have some men on here too. But just being able to network and called network. How much are you with networking? Still network.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Angie, how can people? And I truly appreciate you. I know you're having health issues, but I am so blessed to have you on here because you was at the top of my list, girl. At the top
Oh,
of
thank you.
but I didn't want to, I didn't want to bother you with this, but you
No,
said,
I understand. I understand. But
man,
I wanted to make sure you got your series straight, girl. I
well,
got you. So,
thank you, baby. I appreciate it. So tell people how they can get in touch with you.
Well, you can reach out to us. Our website is leagueofgirlfriends.com. And if you want to leave on our contact page, leave us a message. We'll be happy to reach back out to you. We're looking for girlfriends all the time. You don't necessarily have to have a business, but if you do have a business, we'll help you to elevate that. We have a retreat coming up in July of 2024 in Fort Lauderdale, this incredible resort where you're going to have spas on the beach and stuff. So, but we've got all types of social events, all types of retreats, and all types of learning events to help you develop your business. So just reach out to leagueofgirlfriends.com.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I appreciate that, Angie. Because yeah, she has a wealth of knowledge and the coaching, and you have a master class, don't you?
I do. I have a master class that I usually give out for free. And the master class is a culmination of our Leadership Academy. Our
Mhm.
Leadership Academy is the pinnacle of learning for your business. It teaches you everything from what your definiteness of purpose should be, to where you're leaving money on the table, to what's the actual structure of your business and what fees are you charging. Are you charging the right amount? Do you
Mhm.
know who your true avatar is? And our masterclass leads you into our Leadership Academy, which is an 8-week session of learned events in a group or either in one-on-one that really helps you to catapult your business into being structured how you want it, getting the money you want to get, and how to talk to communicate to customers to get them to close the deal.
Awesome, awesome. That is awesome because I tell you, she has a wealth of knowledge and to help you with that because I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Angie, that pushed me
Oh, thank
what I'm
you.
doing now. But and also it's all God as far as
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He used you as a vehicle to push me, you know.
Yep.
But thank you, Angie, so much for being on our show, Ready, Set, Collaborate. I truly appreciate you, and I'm definitely gonna have you back on again, in another series because you got so much wealth of knowledge, not just girlfriends, but other things that I would like to interview on. So,
Of course. Thank you, Wanda. This has been a pleasure.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for listening in on our podcast episode 9. I had to keep up with the numbers here. Episode 9. Really said collaborate. So our next one will be episode 10. So every week we're dropping these episodes with such knowledge with the ladies that I'm having on the show. And please listen to it. Please follow. Please share. And you would definitely get to listen to each one of us expertise that we have. And thank you again, Angie.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye bye.